What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to basketball, and more importantly, welcome back to the NBA Progress Report. This is a series where we take a look at young players around the NBA and see how they're progressing throughout their very early careers. Because let's be honest, after a player's rookie season, we tend to kind of forget about them. We move on to other shiny and new things, but there's so much growth that happens in years 2 through 4 that we should be focusing on. And so that's what this series is all about, taking a look at players still on their rookie deals and see how they're progressing year to year. We're going to do that by taking a look at a bunch of film, taking a look at some analytics, and then finally finishing out with an actual report here. We'll take a look at Jaime Jaquez in this video, a guy that's had a pretty nice start to his third season after having kind of a slumpy second year, and that's what you're seeing on the screen now. But at the end of the video, we'll take a look at his year 3 grades and see where he's going. But before we get into all that, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I've responded to every single comment to my YouTube channel up to this point, and I intend to keep on doing so. As always, go watch some of the other content being posted this week. The Rookie Report, last week in the Film Room. I put a lot of effort into these series, and they all get demonetized because, you know, YouTube can be a little bit mean to smaller creators and stuff like that, even though I should be protected under fair use. So if you really like these series, make sure you show them some support so that I know I should keep doing them. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Let's get into the video. And that brings us back to the progress report spreadsheet. For those of you new to the channel, I like to kind of build these spreadsheets to kind of help articulate and visualize the stories that I tell here on YouTube. And this is actually a report that I created myself. It even has a whole white paper to kind of go along with it that tells you exactly how all of these calculations happen. And it's actually pretty easy for you guys to replicate. So if you want to get into statistics and analytics within sports, this is probably a pretty good entry point for you. And you can get access to this. It's really simple. Just go join my Discord. Link is down in the description below. If you go over to the announcements channel, you can download it there. Pretty simple, pretty easy. With all that being said, let's start talking about Jaime Jaquez. So Jaime Jaquez had a pretty solid start to this season, right? If we remember his rookie season, you're just taking a look at some grades right here in this red column. Dude finished out the year pretty solid. He got a C grade in terms of like how we evaluate talent. And by the way, this would like an A would be like MVP, like A+ is like MVP level players, right? So pretty solid rookie season. You look at like where he went in year 2, and we saw a little bit of decline in some areas. And I think Heat fans were the first to be like, "Oh, we gotta get rid of Jaime. Like it's all blah 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 blah. He sucks this year. Yeah. We give up on young players a bit too quickly, and that's why we're here to kind of take a look at things. So we saw the trend last year. This year, presumably, things are going a lot better, which is nice because they've had some injuries to some players this year, and Jaquez has really stepped up, and he's become more of a focal point on the team. So I've got a couple games of film that we're going to break down of him. We're going to take a look at, and at the very end of the video, we'll switch this up, and we'll take a look at year 3 to see how he's performing there. But without further ado, let's start breaking into some analytics. Not quite the film yet. So taking a look at Jaquez in his 3rd season, right? By the way, no EPM numbers or anything up to this point yet. It's a bit too early to be judging players too much, and I hope that it's clear. I put out this preamble in every video, like give teams at least like 20 games and players like 20 games to really get settled into the season. We have a lot of data that suggests that that's how long it really takes for teams to find a little bit of a groove in the year, and we start to see some true trends. So make sure you're being patient with players, because I know we all want to get on the internet and be like, if you see this guy's ass, if you see this guy's really good, shut the fuck up. Just be patient. Just watch the games right now. Tuck your notes to the side, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. And as always with young players, 1st and 2nd year players, like especially rookies, just get out there and find some confidence, man. As a guy that did player development, like that's kind of the goal. By the end of the 2nd year, we want to start to see some consistency in your play. And I mean, just looking at Jaquez, right? Things did start to trend up a little bit for him at the end of the 2nd year, which is, you know, kind of the telltale sign of how things are going. And then in the 3rd year, we really want to kind of see that growth, right? Getting out of that sophomore slump, if you would, right? Because now people know who you are, right? There's a little bit more game planning for you. People are familiar with your moves a little bit more, and so far so good for Jaquez. So just taking a look at some of like his shooting numbers here. The 3-point shot's always an area of concern for him. That's still not something that's largely present in his game, so we'll definitely be taking a look at like his shooting form. Is this something that we think we can grow on, right? He's not even taking enough 3-point shots to really even warrant giving him like a percentile grade on it, so it's not a huge part of his game. He's playing really well at the rim right now, and that's a large part of where his scoring is coming from, is being kind of that ball handler that's creating his own looks, which is kind of cool. The mid-range shot is falling right now, not necessarily something we want a bunch, but you got to take shots when you can at times. Just looking at attempts, he is going to the rim, man. He's going to the rim, which is cool to see, right? He's got a lot of fundamentals. He is a sneaky good athlete. probably a solid place for the young guy to live, and we can kind of grow into some of the other stuff as we go. And just taking a look at his shooting chart right here, that's the story, right? This is the story. It's not much else besides just getting to the rim. And the Heat are playing in a pretty free-flowing offense this year, so that's going to give you a lot of opportunities to kind of drive and kick. So kind of no surprise what we're seeing there. Some of the things that stuck out to me just when I was perusing this a little bit before the video is I was taking a look at like assist percentage. Like the assist percentage is looking really good. The turnovers are very solid considering like how much usage he's getting this year compared to like other seasons. So very, very cool to see. Obviously playing more minutes this year. That's awesome. So we're giving him more responsibility and we're getting better results, which is, that's a really good thing to see early on. So very, very excited to break into the film. I've got 3 games pulled up. This first one is against the Charlotte Hornets from maybe just over a week ago at the time of recording this. And so in this game, 8 for 15, he's been coming off the bench, 18 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds off the bench. Pretty crazy. Yes, he played starter level minutes, right? They kind of played, it looks like in this game, 6 people like starter level minutes. Well, no, Larson was more, and so the role player role. That makes more sense. But let's start off with just kind of breaking down some of the shot attempts that he was taking in this game and talk about like what's working for him, what isn't working for him. Oh my God, that's a yellow basketball court. Holy cow. The NBA Cup courts always throw me for a loop for just a second. It's always weird when they don't match the court in some way, aren't they? Like the jerseys. I don't know. Like, look, I'm not a marketer necessarily, but isn't it kind of weird? Before we start the film, as always, these videos are going to get demonetized. They just are. It's how YouTube is. YouTube, I'm not trying to pass these clips off as my own. I am trying to make this transformative content by being educational with this content. My expertise adds another layer onto this transformative content into new content. I should be protected under fair use. They're going to demonetize me anyway because they're assholes. Okay, let's break down the film now that I've protected myself legally. Here we go. Here we go. What's going on here? Okay. NBA.com's been a little bit shitty with their clips so far. I better see a Jaime Jaquez shot attempt in this clip. I better see it. Why is it so long? Have we already seen the clip? Have we already seen the clip? This is how long is this clip? Good Lord, this is not a Jaime Jaquez bucket, NBA.com. Oh Lord, who's coding these things? Look, I've done a lot of coding of NBA, or I guess I've done some NBA stuff. Mostly college stuff is like where a lot of my coding background came in. And what that means is like you watch the games, you say like, this is an assist, this is this clip is this, right? Typically we called it clipping, honestly, so I don't know why I'm using the term coding. But anyway, they've been doing a not as great job recently. Like, all right, here we go. Right off the bat, we're going to see him trying to get towards the rim. And the Heat doing a whole thing this season where they're not setting really any ball screens. That's kind of the goal, is for them to try to move more off ball. It's kind of European style, which is kind of cool. Leave it to the Miami Heat for always coming up with new things. You still get some Bam dribble handoffs and stuff at times, which I love. I'm all for the hub stuff, but let's see what's going on here. That's just a tough move right here. Look at Musa just kind of being back down right here. The fact that you just gave up, sorry for clicking out of it. The fact that he just gave up like all the way to the free throw line right here. He just let you have that. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. If anything, I'm just turning around at this point and just starting to back him down because fuck it, right? He's just giving me this space. Like, I'll just facilitate to everybody else then. But instead, he's going to pull out a pretty crazy move where he's going to pull through right here. Take a look at this. Pulls through, tries to draw the foul with it right away because you gave him that much space, so why not, right? Well, let me see where his hand was. So his hand was down there and he just kind of threw the ball into it, right? Which is something that all of us roll our eyes at when we're watching basketball games, right? But, you know, tough shot, tough fall away. We usually prefer you're not like falling all the way out here to get your layups, but he tried to draw a foul, made it anyway. No complaints, just getting back on D. Here we go, off-ball stuff. Shout out Fontecchio. He's been very solid here. So we got a little bit of excuse me, off-ball, kind of floppy action here. We're going to pop back out. There we go. All right. We got a jumper. We know this three-point shot hasn't been falling all that great, so let's start to break it down. Right off the bat, I hate that a double click does that, but whatever. Right off the bat, taking a look at the feet. Feet look pretty good. We always want, and by the way, player development background, my specialty was shooting, so I always break this down a little bit more. If you guys ever wonder why I say that so much in my videos, it's because like over 60% of any views on a video is new people that have never been to my channel before, because yeah, that's how it works. So that's why I always try to give a little bit of background as to who I am and what I do. But yeah, 45 degrees opposite of the shooting arm. He's a righty, so we want it 45 degrees over here. So that's good. We want the ball to follow from the right pocket, past the right shoulder, past the right eye, up and through. So let's kind of watch that. It looks like he kind of cups the ball a little bit at some point. He's one of those that's getting the ball like kind of like he's really holding it directly under. That's not how I typically like to do it. It's more so like this is how he's doing it right here. Like it's almost like a 90. I can't even do that with my wrist. My wrist isn't flexible enough. But I'm usually more so like here. I like to hold it. And I'm more so with the fingertips is how I like to guide it. But I don't really have a strong preference one way or another. I just think one's a little bit quicker. And so he gets the ball off. He jumps together. You always want to jump together, right? And you want to jump straight up because that allows you to just go straight up and down. That way the ball can't go in either direction, presuming that your upper body is doing what it needs to be doing. And that shot goes in. That one looked pretty good. That one looked pretty good. Wiggins, defensively. Let's go. We're running. We're running. Give Jaime the ball. Give Jaime the ball. What are we doing? We're going through again. He really likes that little pull through Euro step so far. Let's see. Cross. Good move. Good defense by James, man. Shout out the rookie right here. I just don't think you need to be jumping at every shot, man. I think it's going to cause more fouls than that. I think that's a difficult enough shot for people to hit. So, good move. Good move here. We're attacking, hits the little drag step right here. So this is something that young players, we should probably kind of evaluate right here. Did he get to the rim? Yes. But before this, even, let's do a little bit of a count right here. You guys good at math? I feel like Dora right now. Boys and girls, how many guys or how many Hornets are on the court in front of him right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of his players are with him? 1. You got a 2-on-5 right now. Probably just pull that out and wait. Like your Nana should have done with your parents. But anyway, what I would have probably done is probably waited here. But Trey Mann just kind of gives up here. So fair enough. Kalkbrenner's not back on defense. He doesn't necessarily have to be because McNeely is under the hoop right now. And we're attacking. He jumps up really early. He jumps straight up and down, which is great defense, I suppose. But he goes up. I like that he at least tried to use his left hand. Fair enough. Could he have gotten a little bit closer to the rim? Probably. But hey, fair enough. Not the worst thing in the world. Here we go. We're attacking. Look what I found. Go back up. I like it. I like that he just went straight up with it. I like that he went straight up. Did we not get a shot clock reset on that? Did that ball not hit the rim at all? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, very good awareness by Jaquez there to just go straight up and over with it. Very good. And by the way, I hope you guys know that, like, yes, we're only watching three games here because otherwise the video's too long and people aren't going to watch it, right? I'm trying to kind of figure out that balance for all of that stuff, but always break down like all of the film if you can, right, to kind of form your opinions. Like this shouldn't be the only video you watch on stuff. Here we go. Free flowing offense. We're going. We're trying to create. Oh my goodness. It wasn't the prettiest move ever, but he's trying to make something happen and he did. Here we go. We're backing down a smaller defender. Pump fake. Good lord. Good lord. I don't know if that's one you should have necessarily tried with Musa there. You weren't getting him off your feet, and if you were gonna do it, probably don't do it with your right there if you're not at least shouldering him off there. So like they're basically facing each other right now. Like they could kiss if they really wanted to. It'd be really sweet. Probably don't just go up with your right like that. Probably like at least give him a shoulder, right? So it doesn't really work that way. But I think you guys know that because you guys hopefully played at least 3rd grade level basketball. Sometimes I wonder about a lot of you though. Here we go. We're creating. Why is Musa on him? I get they don't have like a true big in the game right now, but like it's interesting that they got Musa on the guy that's most likely to kind of dribble and create on the court right now, right? Like I understand Drew Smith, kind of the point guard position, if you would, so Trey's on him, but we can't put like James on him or something and let Musa guard like Wiggins. I don't know. Maybe it's because like he can't shoot. I guess that could be the reason why he can't shoot, right? It isn't a very good shooter, so maybe that's the logic with it. But it is not going well for him. Well, he gets the block, so maybe it is. I'll shut the fuck up. That's just a great recovery by Musa. All right, here we go. We're creating. Not an elite handle on the ball, and that's something I would definitely say about him. But we're improving, right? He's got great footwork. Right off the bat, what kind of happened here with things? I like the cut right here. He sees the back of his defender's head, so you should be cutting there. That's great stuff. I try to talk about not as much like exact plays in these videos, but like how to just move without the basketball well, because I think that's a skill that a lot of people are just missing nowadays. And I hope that if you watch enough of my content, you'll just kind of know this shit so you can go into your games and be better. So That's kind of my thing, because I don't know what kind of stupid ass plays your coaches are going to tell you to run, right? Here we go. Gets a little pump fake off. Just short. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But yeah, that's kind of the idea of things. Oh, I would have liked that pass. That's a risky pass, but AVC would have liked that pass right here, just because there was a miscommunication. Could have maybe threaded that needle right there, gotten a dunk, but Kalkbrenner would have tried to contest it. Ooh, that's risky. Let's see it. Let's see it. So we flash to the middle of the court, right? We like this. What are our options right here? If Miles Bridges can't seal him off, that's obviously going to be a lob right here. Andrew Wiggins could also cut right here, right? He's got an option to kind of go there, and he could absolutely poster Kalkbrenner. But we are Team Kalkbrenner, as goofy as he is. We are Team Kalkbrenner on this channel. None of you are allowed to not support him. I am all for his big goofy ass just doing what he's doing this season. But yeah, so we got that. We could just get a floater up if Kalkbrenner doesn't step up enough. He's actually doing a pretty good job of sealing off where he knows the other guy is. Let's see what happens. And we're just taking it right to him. Yup. Get big, Rook. Get big, Rook. That's year 3 versus year 1 right there. Here we go. Okay, now we got a little bit better defensively. Our perimeter defender on us, Mr. Sion James. Sion James? I don't know how to say names. All right, here we go. We're backing down, just chesting him. We didn't get close enough to the rim for my preference here. Would have liked to have gotten another step closer, but hey, tough ass shot. What am I going to say, right? What am I going to say? All right, what do we got here? Again, you're seeing no like ball screens or anything here. It's so interesting, like their offense. It's just create. When the ball goes over here, people flow. If the ball goes over here, people flow. Really kind of cool to see. Here we go. We're moving. Oh no. Oh no. Alrighty. There's 2 options as to what can happen right here. Option number 1, Kalkbrenner, you go be a man and you try to stop what's about to go down right now and avenge your fallen soldier. Option number 2.
I surrender! Go! I submit!
Let's see what happens. Here we go. I like that you picked option 1, but I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry. By the way, the clip y'all just saw, I saw that on TikTok because my buddy sent. I don't really scroll or anything, but my buddy sent me that on TikTok. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, this is why I don't go on the internet, man. I don't know. It's too much, but I thought it was so funny. I was like, I can use this somewhere. So shout out whoever that kid is, man. I hope you're getting paid. I hope you're getting paid to do what you do. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Shout out Con Knipple. All right, here we go. We're flowing. We're attacking, man. He's going right. People don't give a fuck about rookies, man. They just go right at him unless it's Wemby. Here we go. Crossover. That's a tough move. That's a foul. And 1. Can I get an and 1? Let me see if that was actually a foul. Yeah, he's leaning on him. Like, look at this. He is leaning on him. That's a foul. I'm with you, Kasparis. I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. Is that Cron Butler as the coach? I don't even know who the coaches are at this point. Okay. We watched the offensive clips of him, at least for the scoring. Let's take a look at the assists, because that's the interesting part for old AVC right here. AVC loves playmakers. So let's talk about it, right? Here we go. So right now, we're in Julius Randle position. Very interesting. Backing him down. I like this. So you didn't get to a good position this time. You made the right decision. Kicking it back out to Fontecchio. Fontecchio's just going to be great and be a good shooter. Fair enough. Kind of a nothing assist, but I appreciate the patience. Good help defense here. Look what I found. Let's go. Good stuff, Wiggins. See, pull it out. You don't got the numbers. Pull it out. And now we swing. We get into offense. Here we go. We move. That's good stuff. Good offense. Just good free-flowing shit right there. Here we go. We're getting towards the rim. See, this is stuff I like, man. Create early. Get penetration early. Kick it out. See what happens. Andrew Wiggins happens. Okay, so nothing too high level right now, and this might just be what we see because of kind of how their offense is structured, right? It's just pretty free-flowing stuff. He's creating. Okay, Pell Larson. Good move. And why was Larson able to cut right there, boys and girls? Why is that? Because he saw the back of his defender's head and his defender lost him. So, AVC, how do you correct this problem from happening? Well, as a defender, you need to be able to see both. Be a step lower so that you can see both your guy and the basketball at all times. Now, should Jaquez have been able to get through this? Probably not, because there wasn't really anybody for James to help on here. But, he's a rookie. It is what it is. I ain't tripping about it. Good move, Pell. Here we go. Here we go. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? They're in kind of a somewhat of a 2-3 right here, aren't they? Somewhat. Yeah. Look at Jovic. He's kind of like bouncing like in and out right here. I'd like him a little bit lower because this feels like if Miles Bridges had any visibility right now, he could throw a lob to Musa. But is what it is. Here we go. Crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's going on? What's going on? Dump that shit off. Look what I found. Boom. Good lay. Oh, man. Here we go. I love this. I love playing off of 2 right here. It's just a stronger way to play basketball, especially since he's a little bit undersized as a forward, right? He's pretty strong, but I like playing off of 2 feet. Gives you a lot more control of things. Here we go. Found Fontecchio. That ain't no assist. That ain't no assist. Come on now. It's 2 dribbles. They get 2 dribbles, and then it's not an assist anymore. That's my rule, at least. Fontecchio. All right, so, like, does he get an assist for that one? 2. Okay, fine. We'll give an assist for it. We'll give an assist for it. All right. Fourth quarter. This looks like it's kind of going to be a nothing assist, but no, he makes the right move again because the Heat know how to cut and play without the basketball, right? Norm Powell sees Miles Bridges kind of sleeping again, right? Oh, no, he's not completely sleeping on this. They sent a double, They sent a double, so it became kind of a tough situation for him more so. Okay, fair enough. Good cut. Good cut by Norm. Good shit. All right. Fair enough. I presume that's the last assist. Do we have any? Oh, we got one more. Hey, outlet pass. Let's see a little donkey. Let's see a little donkey. Hey, good stuff, Wiggins. Good stuff. Any more? Nope. That's it for this one. I think I'm going to skip the defense in this one because it's against the Hornets. This next game against Cleveland, I'll be curious to see. Or no, we'll save some defensive clips for the Knicks. I know people don't watch the defensive ones as much. I look at the analytics. I know y'all skip the defensive clips a little bit more because y'all don't have the attention span to be detailed. But you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to be great. So in this game, against Cleveland, Miami actually did get an overtime win. They had a crazy buzzer beater in this one. Shout out Andrew Wiggins for the dunk. I don't know who threw the lob. Was it Jaquez? We'll take a look in this one. But in 33 minutes, given there's overtime, right? 7 for 12 from the field. Missed his only 3-pointer. Not a big deal. Got to the free throw line 8 times, which is awesome. We should take a look at the free throw rate. Do we have free throw attempts right here? We do, and that number continues to go up. That's something we love to see. Don't worry about percentile right now. It just means free throws are up in the NBA in general right now. But wow, like 3.8 to 4.3 so far this season. Smaller sample size, but that's great, and it makes sense with how many like drives we're seeing, right? Can we compare this actually, the shooting chart, to last year? He was still very much at the rim, but a lot more 3-pointers taken overall, and the fact that like there were so many more in the corners tells us he had less ball handling responsibilities. And then you compare that to his rookie season, kind of the same thing. So kind of interesting to tell like the difference so far this year, but very, very cool stuff. So let's take a look at his misses first. He had 13 rebounds, 7 assists. Absolutely insane. Great game for Jaquez, and this was just like late last week. So let's see what's going on here. And this is against a good opponent, man, with a lot of rim protection. So in theory, this is a much more difficult game for him. All right, here we go. We're flowing. Good stuff. We take the contact, spin off of him. Jalen Tyson, a guy that we could do this video on potentially. He's had a solid start to the year, honestly. Let me know who else I should be covering in this series. If these videos get enough love, I'll post them more often. I'll do it, y'all. I look at the numbers. Here we go. Jaime Jaquez. Nice pass to there. A little bit off. Look what I found. Good stuff. Way to hustle. That's a hustle point. And that ended up mattering, right? Those hustle points ended up mattering for sure in this one. So there we go. Jovic. There's definitely, at least from the Heat games I've watched this year, there's definitely kind of an idea of like, hey, try to get early penetration as much as possible, because then we can kick it out to here. Let's take a look at this 3-point shot again. So right off the bat on the catch, feet look pretty good, honestly. The feet still look good. The leg is bent in just a little bit on here, so I'd maybe try to correct that a little bit. But ball placement looks pretty good. I still don't like how much he like cups the ball. Again, that's just kind of a preference thing. I actually haven't found anything that suggests that that's worse versus better ever. Like, it's kind of just what you're comfortable with, but he goes straight up and down. He jumps together. It's off though. And why is it off? I wonder if it's because of the fact, did he bring it a little bit to the left here? He might have. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like maybe he like twisted at his core a little bit. I'm trying to break it down a little bit. Let's see. So he catches here. He honestly doesn't even really jump together. He just kind of jumps straight up and down more so, which is interesting. You'll have a lot less variance on your shot if you just jump together, like we talked about earlier. So The three-point shot, not largely prominent at this point. We're pushing the ball up the court. That's a travel. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. That's a travel. Look at this. Drag. Come on, man. Like, I get we don't call these very much. And look, I'm not the guy to yell at the clouds and be like, they don't call any travels in the NBA. Shut the fuck up and just watch the product. All right, you have elite basketball being played for the most part. So let's see what happens here. There's a guy butt naked underneath the rim. Okay, that could be something. We're driving, we're going. Okay, Fonteca's like, fuck you, man. I was open. But good take. Here we go. Here we go. We're attacking again. Notice how, like, so many of his movements are made right here. There's no wasted movement. We've talked about this on the channel before, right? One thing I really hate is when guys go back and then go forward with like their step to go by people. It's wasted movement. It's an indicator of where you're gonna go, right? It's also how you hurt your Achilles, right? When you catch right here, the way he should rip through is he should just rip through with the ball. This right leg should just go right across like his right leg here. So just reach forward with it and go. I'm not the quickest person, but I got by people by just having a quick first step, because then I can use my big like lower half or whatever to kind of hold people off. And that's the kind of play that he should have as well. Notice just kind of goes through like that. Look at this, jab and go. He just rips through. That's great. And now we're attacking, feet pointed where we want to go. He's able to kick it out. All right, gets back into the play. Great stuff. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Here we go. Okay, a rare ball screen right here, but it's early action, so I think that's why it's okay. All right, here we go. We're attacking. We're creating. That's offensive interference, is it not? Is it not? Can I see this one more time by Kalel? Oh, I feel like that was above the cylinder. I feel like that was above the cylinder, but it's a miss. That's a tough one to that's a tough one to convert. You got a bigger dude on you. You're going up with your right hand. I'd probably prefer you play off of two and try to float it over with your left if you can. That's a tough shot. That's kind of a Kyrie Irving type of thing, but I'm just telling you what my preference is. If y'all want to be great, go be great. Here we go. Here we go. We're going. We're ripping. Ooh, almost lost our balance. We ripped so hard. Let's take a look at this again here, right? These initial moves are going to pay dividends. So we catch, we rip, and instead we cross this time. You got to make sure that ball gets down. Get that ball down. There we go. There we go. It's a tough move to make. Tough move to make. Great shuffle by Mitchell to keep him in front, keep him off balance. If he would have been able to keep the balance, maybe. So those are the things we work on in the offseason, right? Strengthening that lower half so we can make crazy-ass moves like that. But these are AVC's moves right here, if you're curious. Like, this is how I like attack and get to the rim and stuff. I come off and think, jab, go. Like, that's how I like to do things. Catch people off balance. There we go. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's see. On to the next, on to the next. A little bit of early action. There we go. I love that he took a little bit of contact here because Dean Wade did not quite recover here, so he takes the contact, gets on the see, I need you to go up with your left. Need you to have a left here, because now you're making it so much easier for him to go get it. If that's the left, he has no shot. He has to go across your body to get it. Learn how to use your left hand, kids. Learn how to use your left hand. I know it seems basic, but like that's what we're here to talk about. Here we go. We're attacking, we're creating. That's a foul. That just is a foul. Look at this. That's straight up hands pushing on him right now. That's a foul. Ref, he's got to use the arm bar. Good move. Good move. You stronger. You stronger. Good shit. Here we go. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy, that crossover. Quick. Here I go. I'm going. I'm finishing. Good stuff, Jaime. Good stuff, Jaime. Good shit, boy. By the way, did y'all see the video of him going back to like UCLA and stealing snacks out of his like locker room or whatever? Or maybe it was the like the athletes like lounge or whatever. Funny as shit. He was, I'm an alumni. That boy's still stealing snacks. Whole ass millionaire. Alrighty. Close game. Down 2. 12 seconds left. What do? We give it to the Messiah himself. Here we go. We're attacking. Spin move. We've seen this spin move enough times right here. Jalen Tyson doing the right thing, trying to swipe, get at that ball. He knows where it's going to go. He gets a really good contest. Way to block with your left hand. Little known thing right here, right? If you're trying to block a shot and you know someone's going to go up with their right hand, you block with your left hand, right? Just think about it, right? Because if they're going up with their right here, you're going to be able to get a lot more vertical with your left, because otherwise you're trying to recover for a lot more distance, right? So good block attempt right there. He just gets up a little bit more, hangs and finishes. Amazing move. Amazing move. All right, here we go. We're trying to get Norm a shot down here, it looks like. We're trying to get him a shot, but we're just flowing, and we're like, all right, let's just go. They're just backing up, man. He must hurt when he hits them. He's, all right, give me the basketball. It's time to create. In, out, going, float. I don't mind that move at all. I really don't. That one's good by me. Here we go. We're going in, out. We're attacking. I don't mind the float in that instance with the right. Good stuff. Just not quite enough air under it. Kalel Ware, though. Good stuff, boy. Good stuff. Here we go. We're attacking again. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Footwork. Footwork. What are we doing? Footwork. Tough-ass shot. Oh, boy. Good stuff. Good stuff. And that's the last one of this one. That is the last one. Okay. Let's look at the assists now, because in this one we had 7 assists. Let's break it down, man. Let's see the playmaking. By the way, like, the turnovers, very low, so like I don't even feel the need to really look at them. So let's see. More kind of free-flowing stuff. I've talked about a lot on the channel. I love early action, man. I love early action like this, because every once in a while you get defenders to run into each other. We had an example of that, I believe, in the Rookie Report video yesterday, so go take a look at that. That's just Norm being good at basketball, man. Norm was a big focal point in the video earlier this week, so go watch that if you're curious. Great box out. The rebounding numbers were really good in this one as well. If you want to watch rebounding highlights at any point, you can. Good finish. Good stuff, Pell. Good stuff. That's just a good outlet pass. Here we go. I like that his eyes are up right now, and again, they're trying to create early penetration. Good stuff. Fontecchio, what a fun season he's having. Bang. Good stuff, Fontecchio. Here we go. Here we go. What are we doing? What are we doing? Great move by Fontecchio right here. Look at this. Look at this. So Donovan tries to play it up here because he knows he's got a shooter. He's breaking the play a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, I'm smarter than you." Here we go. Nice finish with the left. It's always the foreigners, man. The overseas prospects. Good stuff. Good stuff. We're creating. They send a double at him. Very interesting. Lonzo Ball tries to take him kind of away right here, and Lonzo Ball gets back into it. I just wouldn't jump at it, but overall, pretty damn good defense with it. Good shot. Okay. Overall, pretty good defense. You know my opinion. Just, I don't like to jump at three-pointers. Here we go. Here we go. Jaquez, we're swinging. Jovic, we're ripping through. How's his rip through? Look, let's take a look at Jovic with this one, right? Let's take a look. He's like already moving, which is great. Like, and he's just ripping right through. Notice, he's not going back to go forward, right? He's just ripping forward. Great stuff. Good stuff by Jovic as well. Miami Heat players, leave it to them to have good fundamentals. If it seems like EBC, you're glazing the Heat. Yeah, glaze things that are good. The Heat are good. So just let them do that, right? Just let them be good at developing players and shit. Just, I don't know, be okay with it. Here we go. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're creating. Hey, good stuff. That's the right read right here. Because why? Wade has to step up right here, and he has to contest. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. You just got to give it up, right? He makes the right read, throws it to his big athletic 7-footer. Great stuff. Great stuff. And that's it for assists in this one. Very good, Jaime Jaquez. I'm appreciating what I'm seeing so far. Final game that we're going to break down is against the New York Knicks. They unfortunately did lose this game. Was this the Landry Shamet one where he just went crazy? Yeah, he had 36 in this one. Holy cow. We are going to watch the defensive clips in this one. Should we start off with defensive clips and then go back to offense? I think we should. Just change it up a little bit so that I can keep retention on the video. Why not? What if all of y'all just like click off like now or whatever? That kind of bummed me out. 36% defensive field goal percentage, really good. It's not always like a great indicator of things because sometimes who they attribute the shot to is a little bit wonky, but we're gonna take a look at it anyway. So right off the bat, blue ass court. And again, jersey's not quite matching it. Don't understand it personally, but whatever. Here we go. What are we doing? We're doing some hub stuff. Here we go. Why are we jumping? Why are we jumping, young fella? Like, Kalel Ware has such a jumping problem. He does it all the time. He jumps at shots that he shouldn't. He's block happy. Like, these are things that I would notice as a player, and I'm like, I'm giving him a pump fake every time in drawing a foul. That's a big thing that I did, like, in college and stuff, was point that shit out to other players as well. I'm like, that motherfucker's gonna jump. I can promise you he's gonna jump. Just, like, make sure you give him a pump, and let's get his ass fouled out. Here we go. And then I talk mad shit to people, too, after doing it. I'm like, fucking dummy. Why would you do that shit? I watched the film. I know what you do. Like, you better learn. And then they're, like, hesitant to do it, and so, like, the second time you go, you just kind of float it over. I'm like, should have jumped, motherfucker, dumbass. It just becomes a chess game. Now they're just trying to beat you the whole time, and they're just piping mad. My goal is always to get someone to swing. But anyway, all right, we're going. Cat, the big purr. What's going on here? He goes in here. He just never brought the ball up. Where's it going? He kind of lost it. That's great defense by Jaquez. Oh, that sucks. That kind of sucks. Are we going to see this clip again now because there's 2 shot attempts here? Nope. Okay, fair enough. There was 2 shot attempts, kind of. Was that not a shot attempt by Cat? Maybe not. I guess not. Here we go. What do we got? Where is he right now? So notice he sees both. He sees both right now. This is good. Notice he's turning his head even, right? He's making sure that he can see both. This is good shit. Look, boom, my guy's still there. Awesome stuff. Here we go. We're giving the ball back to Cat. We're cutting through. Cool, cool, cool. Jaquez, I see both. I see both. Now I'm just one pass away, right? So now I can see both, and I can get into this passing lane if I need to, right? This hand should be in the passing lane. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, 2 passes away again. I take one more step back. It's going to become 1 pass away. I'm back kind of up in here. Good closeout. For the most part, we're pushing him towards the middle of the court, which I don't necessarily love in this instance because we don't have a rim protector, but whatever. Not the biggest deal. Let's see. Let's kind of see what happens here. Josh Hart is able to just kind of go through. And again, these are the rips we don't like as much. Watch this. Watch this. See how he kind of goes back first before he goes forward? Like, it's a very small instance of it, but still keeps him chested up, contests him. That's a great contest. It's a great contest. Way to fight for positioning. Here we go. Here we go. We're learning defense today. We're learning defense. Ooh, skip pass. What are we doing? I'm helping. I'm helping. That's great help. Notice how he didn't come all the way over. Why, kids? Number 1 rule of defense. Don't help 1 pass away. That's Drew Smith's job right here, is to help. We're 1 pass away. We're just showing. It's called a show right here when you kind of step in and then you work your way out like he just did. That's good defense. Now we have to X out because other people had to help right here. Boom. He doesn't want to jump in front of him because he doesn't want to draw a foul. I can kind of respect that. I'd still just prefer you get in front of them and kind of close out so that you're not out of the play like you are right here. But is what it is. You can't be. Oh, damn. Good hustle. Good hustle, boy. Good hustle, Bridges. Here we go. Here we go. By the way, I do really like these mixed jerseys. I'm just confused, like, them with the court or whatever. Here we go. We're sending a double team at the big per because we don't have a true big man in right now. Solid closeout. Again, not my preference to jump, but he puts the left hand up, which is the right hand, is what I meant to say. And so, yeah, good defense. Good defense. No real notes here. No real notes here. Gets a hand in. Are they giving him that shot attempt? See, like, that's what I'm talking about. That's not him. Here we go. Here we go. We're picking people up again. We're picking... he kind of submitted on that one. He kind of submitted himself with this one. Here we go. Here we go. Like, he kind of just didn't want to foul. Maybe he's in foul trouble or something. I don't know. I don't exactly know with that one. Just kind of open the revolving doors. What else we got? What else we got? We're attacking again. We're attacking again. Interesting. They're not very well set up right now, despite having all 5 people back right here. So what's going on? Are they in some sort of zone? They must be. Interesting. Oh boy, air ball. Worked out perfectly. Here we go. I like this. Watch. We're going. We're fighting to get back in front of them. We don't want to play on the side of them. Spin move into nobody. Jordan Clarkson. Good stuff. Good defense. I'm fine with that defense. Let's go. Let's move on. 4th quarter stuff. Drew Smith. Great defense again. Good. We're poking. Yep, we're poking. Good stuff. Bang. This is good, man. I'm happy with this. All right. Oh, we got a big man on us now. This is the difficult part, right? Big per. Holding them off. What are we doing? What's the goal right here, kids? Where do we want to push him? I want to push him to the middle of the court right here. I don't want to get back straight down. Your goal is to push him as hard as you can up kind of diagonally this way, because I can live with this shot, right? If I can make him take that shot, this kind of size advantage, that's a win for me. Even if he makes it. That's a win for me too. I get Cat can make that shot. Like, I get it, but we'll take that. We will take that. We're in the 4th quarter. Oh my gosh, it's all falling apart. Oh no. Not much you can do about this in transition. Just try your best. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hey, you tried your best and it succeeded. Good stuff. All right, let's take a look at the buckets. The buckets are more fun. I get it. All right, in this one, I got to go back to the traditional stats right here. A reminder, we still got the whole report card at the very end of this video, so make sure you're sticking around for it. 9 for 20 in this one. 7 assists. The assists have been pretty basic so far, so let's watch the shot attempts and see where we're at after that. So I don't think I really need to see too many more of the assists in this one, right? It's kind of just free-flowing within the offense. Here we go. We did the right thing, because what is Josh Hart trying to do here? He's looking to see if he can see both, and then he does it right here. Watch. Watch him. He goes, okay, I'm looking. Where's my guy? Oh, shit. And there we go. He's, damn it. Yep, clap the hands. Damn it. Good move, Jaquez. Here we go. Just more in-out dribbles. Body. Be strong. Fade away from mid. Not the shot we love. It's a shot he's going to take, and what else could we do in this situation, right? They're not sending two, so, and the shot clock's about to go down, so you probably want to put this shot up. It'd be great if you could kind of go into him and try to go, like, straight up with it. Like, I like that more than a fadeaway, but is what it is. Good stuff, Drew. See, Drew Smith did it. Drew Smith did it. Good stuff, Drew Smith. Here we go. Catch ball. We're going. Hey, get bouncy for me. Thank you. Here we go. Good defense. Good deflection. Get ball. We're going towards the middle of the court every time. He always does a little pull through as well. He's trying to draw the foul. That's how the free throw numbers are getting up. I couldn't quite finish. Interesting that he tried to go under towards the left with this one. I would have tried to go up towards the right because I could get more vertical there. But hey, fair enough. Fair enough. I think because of the long stride, he couldn't quite explode. Fair enough, fair enough. Here we go, here we go. We're just attacking. Okay, I feel like Josh Hart was in foul trouble in this game or something, so that could be why he kind of just gave that one up. Here we go. What do we got? We're just kind of flowing. Look what I found. Let's see a three-pointer, man. Again, knees kind of buckling in towards each other with this one. That's something that I just want to see them spaced, right? So we're seeing a little bit of inconsistency in kind of like how he's standing, right? Sometimes he's jumping together and there's not a large sample size, right? But again, these are the things that I'd be noticing. Kind of just jump straight up and down. There really isn't no like jump together on it, but hey, it falls. It falls. Here we go. Here we go. We're moving. He's just going to keep attacking, isn't he? He's just, that is, oh, good Lord. Yep, that one was ugly. That one was ugly. Probably should have known just like right off the bat, like, and I get he's going to keep going to this spin move or whatever, but you can kind of tell just by the defense that the Knicks are in right now that they're going to collapse, right? That they're going to collapse on him. So Knicks kind of got him on that one. Knicks got him on that one. So next level things, right? Kind of understanding the defense that they're in, being able to read it. Ooh, kind of looked off on this one. He was like, am I going to make this pass? I guess not. I'm going to throw it up with my left. If you can play off two, you probably make that one, right? You probably make that one. Here we go. So like the reckless style that he's playing with of getting to the rim has a lot of benefits, right? But you also get shots like that sometimes. Here we go. I like it. Chest him up. Good shit. Good shit. Don't fear contact. Just go right into him. I like it. Here we go. Here we go. In, out. Are we going to get another in, out? It's in, out, or spin move. That's it. It's in, out, or spin move. No, that's kind of it for this guy right here. So that's something that you got to watch. Here we go. In, out. And then there's always a pull through. Good stuff, Wiggins. Okay, I found the ball. I'm going to go up. Oh, kind of bailed out on that one. You saw a cat in front of you. Kind of bailed out. Look, he went up, then he kind of faded away. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good stuff, Wiggins. Good hustle. Heat culture. Let's see a couple more. Let's see a couple more. What are we doing? Great cut right here. Great cut. And Josh Hart tries to see it, but who's setting the screen right here? Is that Johnson down there? I can't tell who that is. But gets the ball right there, finishes through. Good stuff. Good stuff. Last one, and then I think I'm going to move on. I kind of already saw this one. Oh, no, it's the same, or it's not the same one. Here we go. What happened here? Sees the back of his defender's head. He cuts, goes through. Tough finish. Oh, really tough finish. We played off two with it. I don't know why you kind of tried to twist midair for it. Just go towards the rim more so. But that's okay. That's enough of Jaime Jaquez for this one. Let's move on to the actual progress report. Alrighty, in just a second here, I'm going to flip this to the number 3 right here, and we're going to see his year 3 grades. Now, this is a comparison against year 1 right now. You know what? Let's just do a year 2 grade first. I think we all feel like in his second season, he wasn't as good as in year 3, so let's see how he's comparing to them. 3, 2, 1, boom. Growing in almost every area right here. Very, very interesting. And I'll break all of this down in just a second, but we're growing a lot compared to last year. But again, I think a lot of us would say his first year was better. So if we're comparing it to that, still going in the right direction, which is very good. So let's kind of break all of this down. And mind you, again, if you want to, you can go download the white paper. Hell, I'll even just slowly go through it on the screen here so you can pause if you want to and read anything. I created this myself so that you guys, one, can just like kind of have an entry point into some data. All the data here is like readily available that you can go find on like Basketball Reference and stuff like that, or Dunks and Threes, wherever. It's pretty easy to get your hands on. So if you want to do any of this work, that's kind of how. Let's break down how all of this works. We have 6 main categories that we grade players on. We got scoring, playmaking, defense, post skills, hoops IQ, and potential. These first 5 right here are completely analytically based. So these are all numbers, nothing that I could skew or anyone else could skew. Potential is different. And why is potential different? I list it right here. Potential. Analytics only tell half the story. The other half comes from actually watching the game, understanding player growth, and trusting what your eyes and experience tell you. That's what this category is for. Look, I get paid to kind of do this stuff, evaluate people by professional teams all around the world, right? So I have an eye for this stuff, and you know what? You guys can start to build your eye for it as well. I'll always say I find it a little bit weird when people like try to evaluate players when they haven't like even been in like high-level locker rooms for things, but hey, this is practice for you, right? It's to do stuff like this. But yeah, I feel like some things just aren't analytical, and it's just kind of like what I've seen before. And so I gave him, when he was coming in as a rookie, basically a 3 on potential. What does that mean? 3 feels like a long-term role player who's going to stick around in this league. And where do I still have him now? I still kind of have him as a 3. I feel like he's still kind of in that like long-term role player position. I haven't seen the growth in like certain areas that I'd like to see yet. But I feel like this guy could be a role player for some time. I feel like he's quite the beneficiary of like the Heat system right now, and they need someone to kind of drive and create things. And so I'd like to give him like a higher rating than this, but I haven't quite seen that up to this point in terms of like, hey, can we start to get like the jump shot under control? Like a lot of his offense, as we saw, is very kind of like, hey, I've got 1 to 2 moves that I'm going to at this point, right? So we want to see the growth in those areas. Right now, what I feel like we're seeing is a growth in confidence more so, which is good. I just want to see a little bit more skill development. But yeah. How do the rest of these kind of scores come to be? So this scoring number right here is made up of all of these scores right here. And again, you can see what each of those are in the white paper. So all of these are listed out, and you can kind of see the individual scores for them, right? But now let's talk about like his actual progression, right? Overall, things are going up, which is great, right? We're growing in scoring. We're growing in playmaking. Defense, we're pretty consistent, which wasn't a bad grade to start with at all. It was still at a 3, right? We're growing in our post skills, which I think we've seen that so far, right? Hoops IQ, about the same right now. And then potential, I'm keeping it consistent right now. Overall, we're at a B- now as a player, which is awesome, right? That's great growth. So let's break down like really what's happening here. Mind you, small sample size. At the end of the season, we're going to go back and I'll do a video where I update everything for all the players that we've done in this video, and we'll take a look at all of their report cards, because I think that'll be kind of cool to see when we actually have all the data. Let's take a look at the specifics here. So overall, like for scoring, like volume scores going up, the rim score, no surprise there. Creation score going up, right? A lot of things in playmaking going up right now. The creation, the playmaking efficiency score, the pressure proxy. If you want to know what like pressure proxy is, basically what you would do is go find, where is my playmaking stuff right here. Look at this. So where is my, a small fourth element, pressure, serves as a contextual bonus, rewarding players whose rim attacks and free throw rate consistently draw defensive collapse and open passing lanes. So how do you actually do that then? The pressure is basically just like free throw rate right now. So there you go. Yeah, it's pretty basic analytics for a lot of this stuff. So shout out the pressure proxies are growing in there. One area that he's declining in is the activity score. Let's take a look at that, right? He's got a 1 on the activity score. What does that mean? Let's scroll down to defense. Activity. Does the player create defensive events like steals, blocks, or deflections? So going and taking a look at that defensive like activity. Let's see, where can I find that actual formula right here? So interesting. Here's the overall like defense for that. So if you want to see how like the overall defensive score is kind of calculated, but wow, there's a lot of interesting stuff. Go read this, y'all. Look, I just kind of made this one day just for fun. It's kind of fun to take a look at still. I don't know. It's cool for people to dive into. Rebounding score up, no surprise there. If you want to go to like Hoops IQ, you can see like the awareness score is dropping a little bit. Oh, context score, don't worry about that one too much right now, because that one is solely based off like estimated wins, and that's why I say it's kind of early to be doing this, and like his estimated wins just obviously are going to be lower right now, because that's a number that kind of builds as the season goes. So don't worry about the context score too much. So honestly, if we were to give this one, let's just say by the end of the year it gets to a 3, right? Like let's just say it was, then we'd be kind of consistent in that one as well. So something to keep in mind overall. But anyway, just taking a look at him, this is great. I mean, again, if we want to compare him to last year or whatever, we certainly can. It's much better than last year, just overall up. Some of the areas that we're seeing a decline in the second season is just in the strength score, which I want to remember what the strength score, again, I just made this one day. This is not something that I study or give out to other teams or whatever. This is something I solely made for the YouTube channel, right? And where did strength fall into? That's in post skills, right? Yeah, it's in post skills. So taking a look at the strength index, that's an offensive rebound percentage plus usage. Oh, that's right. So strength, how consistently they establish position, rebound, and generate post opportunities. So if you're curious, that's one of the areas that we're kind of seeing a little bit of decline in from the second year. But overall, Jaime Jaquez Jr., we're going in the right direction, y'all. We are going in the right direction. This has definitely been a bit of a jump for him this year. Where's he going to go going forward? I'm curious for you guys to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also let me know who else you want me to cover in this series. As always, I appreciate it. Let's move on to the comments of the video. Alrighty, y'all. Comment of the video is coming from our last week in the film room episode from this week. Go give it a watch. Not a ton of views on this one. The longer form content hasn't been performing quite as well. So if you guys like it, show it some support. Otherwise, I don't want to keep doing it because it takes a lot of time and effort. But anyway, comment of the video comes from Liam here, who's a very frequent commenter on the channel, probably one of the top ones. And he said here, well, my AVC bingo card was almost perfect. Talking about the shooting expertise, check. Talking about rolling the right way. Talking about throwing, how you throw a lob, check. Playing off of two legs, Billy voice, seeing back of your defender's head, cutting, check. Honorable mentions, EPM salary cap breakdown. That's just in the season preview series and maybe ideal off season. Overreactions to the NBA. Fair. I'm surprised I didn't do that in this one. But in no world was I thinking AVC will watch MPJ actually playmaking to others. Got to keep you guys on your toes. Edit. Also talking about Utah changing its name. Change your name, Jazz. Change your name to like the Mountaineers or something. This was an elite comment, and honestly, like, it made me happy because I'm like, it means you guys are watching, you guys are listening. Liam here apparently had a father who was a pro basketball coach in his country, so he's familiar with a lot of these terms already, but it's good to know that, like, what I'm saying is sticking. I know it might seem repetitive, but that's coaching, right? You got to hear it all the time, so I hope when you guys go out into the basketball world and you're watching for this stuff, or you're just playing yourself, you can point it out, or you could do it in your games. That's kind of the idea with it, but as always, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll have another video for you guys tomorrow. But yeah, go watch the rookie report. Go watch last week in the film room. Got a lot of stuff coming on the channel at all times. Leave a comment below of what I should do next. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye.